Good evening and welcome to my business opportunity class. So tonight I am doing an opportunity class, and tomorrow night I'm going to do, I want to show you why doTERRA is an awesome opportunity and kind of the incomes that you can expect to make, the amount of time that you can either take to get there. I'm going to mute everyone real quick. And then tomorrow night it's going to be like, okay, I want to build, so what's next? So that'll be a really good class to watch as well. If you need a link for that, go ahead and text me. And I'm going to give you my number real quick. If you don't have it, I think everybody down here has it. It's 415-847-6542. Text me and I'll get you that link tomorrow. Anyway, so hello, here I am. Still makeup free, sitting in my basement. It's fabulous, right? Okay, so, I can't minimize Zoom when I'm recording the meeting. That is just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you real fast. Hopefully you can see all of it. And the first thing that I'm going to go over is this handout, and it's called the Build Guide, and some of you may have seen it. So I want to talk about why doTERRA is an awesome income opportunity. Anyway, and no, you don't need to show your face. If you want to, that's great. We'll say hi. And I'm leaving everyone muted just so there's not any feedback. So I usually mute everybody. And we're just going to go over this build guide. So I've been doing the business. When I started to doTERRA 9 years ago, I initially purchased the oils as a casual sharer. So I didn't have like these lofty goals in mind of making this 6-figure, almost 7-figure income. I just thought, you know what? I am going to get these oils, and if my friends want to sign up, that's great. But I had literally this much belief in myself to make this work. We were living paycheck to paycheck for sure. We hardly had anything. And, funds were tight. We were living on $1,700 US, and I say US dollars because I do this presentation for my Malaysia team. So it's kind of a habit to say US dollars because I do have team all over the world. So I always want to make sure that I'm letting them know what I'm talking, the US dollars, not the Malaysian ringgit. And I want to start by just sharing my story paralleled with the story of the pipeline builder. Because in doTERRA, you'll hear people talk about creating a pipeline and creating residual income. And I'm going to share this story. And then I'm going to show you my personal story and show you why residual income has been such a blessing in my life and why I'm grateful that I've partnered with doTERRA. So there was a man who hauled buckets of water for a living. Every day he hauled water from a village that was miles away, or the nearest source to the village that was miles away. If he wanted to make more money, he had to haul more buckets, right? He wanted to work more hours. He had to work harder. And after a lot of years, he was like, I'm sick of hauling these buckets. If I want to make more money, I have to work. If I want to make money, period, I have to show up to work. And so he started to build a pipeline. Build a pipeline. And I have been in the same experience with doTERRA as, first you have your early adopters like your mom who's proud of you and excited for you, and everyone else tells you that network marketing doesn't work and they kind of make fun of you. And then you get to a point where you turn on that spigot because you've built your pipeline and water's flowing through it, which is money, right? You've created a financial pipeline for yourself. And I remember when I first started this business, I had people tell me that this just doesn't work. I had people tell me that all the time. They would say, network marketing doesn't work. It's just great. You just buy the products from companies that you like, but it doesn't work. And I remember at that time in my business feeling like, you know what, maybe they're right, because I am working on getting like $3 an hour. I kind of felt that same way. And there's this quote I'm going to read by Art Jonak. If you understood residual income, you would walk through a brick wall to get it. Even though I ran into those feelings and frustrations that first couple of years, I am so grateful I didn't quit, and I'm going to show you why, and show you why a residual income is so important to me. So here's what I look like when I have makeup on, right? Here I am on the beach in Florida. My hair is curled. I have makeup on, and these are my 4 children. This was taken in March. I've got Sadie, who will be 10 on Thursday, my 7-year-old twins who are on the end, and then my 3-year-old Maddox. And this is the reason I want a residual income. I love to travel with my family, and because of doTERRA, we have traveled the world together. Last year, we did a stint in Europe for a month. My children have been to several countries. They've had a lot of experiences, and I love that we have the time and the money to be able to do this. And that's why I want a residual income. That's why I love it. Oops, sorry guys. Hope you didn't get car sick. So I wanted to show you some pictures of where residual income has saved me and where I've been so grateful for it. Because when I started this business, there were times that I wanted to quit and give up right away because I'm like, it's hard. You know, you don't make big bucks right away. You just don't. I remember literally feeling like I am making $3 an hour. And now I look at it and I'm thinking, I make like at least $2,000 a day. And some days I work like not at all, which is incredible. But in those first couple months or the first little bit's rough, right? So I want to just tell you a couple of stories about where residual income has literally saved my family and where I've been so grateful that I didn't give up when it got hard. The first one was on the left. My husband was in a snowboarding accident 3 years ago and he hit a tree. I got a call from his cousin that he'd been hurt and that he was on his way to the hospital in an ambulance and he thought his arm was broken and his leg and some ribs. And I was like, that's a lot of things to be broken. And my husband had been snowboarding for 25 years, excellent snowboarder. I was like, what happened? I remember getting to the hospital and being so grateful that we had a residual income because neither of us lost a dime of money that day because of missing work. My husband also has a business where he gets residual income. His is a subscription-based meal plan for assisted living facilities. He does not compete with me. And mine is doTERRA. And I remember sitting in the ICU with him and being so grateful for residual income. Because it didn't cost us, it did not hurt us financially that he was in this accident and he didn't walk for 3 months after the accident. Last summer, I was pregnant with a little boy named Grayer and we hopped on an airplane to go to Utah. We lived in Missouri at the time. We had a home in Utah, but I went to get on the plane I stepped out of my car to get to the airport to get on an airplane and I started bleeding. I was 20 weeks pregnant with this little boy and I was gushing blood. I sent my family on the way and I stayed behind, went to the doctor and they're like, you're not in labor, you know, whatever. So the next night I got on the airplane and I was in Utah for 3 weeks before I delivered him. He lived for an hour and he passed away. And I have never been so grateful for residual income in my life because that was the hardest time in my life. For 2 weeks of it, I was in the hospital fighting for this little guy's life, fighting to stay pregnant. Wasn't God's will, and that's okay. But I was so grateful for that residual income because first of all, this happened when we were away from our home. And I kept thinking what would have happened had my husband needed to get back to work or I need to get back to work. Sure, there's FMLA, but you get paid 60% or whatever. And what would I have done if we were away from our home? But because we had set up ourselves financially the way we had with residual income, I was earning money being in the hospital. And I was so grateful for that. And I was grateful because I was able to pay those medical bills. I was able to pay for a little funeral for him and to bury him. And it was not a financial burden on our family. So when I see this slide that says, if you understood residual income, you would walk through a brick wall to get it, 100% sure. Because I'm here to tell you, it has literally changed our life. So back to this brochure. Sorry for all the heavy stuff, but just wanted you guys to totally understand. I love what residual income has done for my family for sure. It's been huge. So I want you to think of where you're at right now. Are you hauling buckets? Are you trading dollars for hours? Are you limited on getting a promotion? Are you limited on your time freedom? Are you building somebody else's dream? Or are you building a pipeline where you're building a true lasting residual income where there's no limits on if you make more money or not? Are you free to choose your schedule and are you building your own dreams? I love that I have a pipeline built now. It's huge. So I just want you to think about where you're at. There is a lot of opportunity for network marketing out there. doTERRA has been my only experience with network marketing. I don't think I'd even purchased products from a network marketing company before I started doTERRA. And it's gone very well for me. I've seen a lot happen over 9 years and I've been so blessed. And mostly I stand here in awe and I think, how did this happen to me? You're in 5th grade and I'm going to be a teacher. I'm going to be a doctor. Network marketing, wasn't on my radar. And it's the best of all the worlds. I loved it. So I want to talk about why I've chosen to partner with doTERRA, because there are a lot of options for network marketing companies out there. And a lot of them have a terrible reputation. doTERRA is growing very well. They're not, they're top 1 or 2 network marketing companies in the US, and they've gotten there, and they're only 11 years old, and they're still growing rapidly. They're still doing very well. The reason that doTERRA does well, there's a few reasons. First of all, it's a product-based company. It's not a business opportunity-based company. It's a product. So you know, and this is what happens time and time again. I have so many people who tell me, I just want to use the product. I don't want to build the business. And I'm like, that's totally great. But what happens is they start using the oils and they love them and they start sharing them. And then they share with someone else who says, I'm just going to use the product. I'm not going to do the business. And then sometimes they start enrolling their neighbor or their mom or their sister because they love the product as well. So there's a really good, solid product that is consumable. I look at some companies and I think, okay, that's great, but people aren't going to need to buy that very often, right? I have no problem recommending doTERRA. I have no problem recommending that people purchase monthly because I know the blessing it is to have these oils in your home. So like I said, I don't have any guilt telling someone to do LRP because I absolutely love it. Absolutely love what it does, for sure. So doTERRA has a really good product base with a good consumable product that people love. The biggest difference in doTERRA is doTERRA's retention rate. Most companies sell a product that most people will not repurchase for at least a year. So in most companies, people are ordering that product. 13% order more than once a year. About 10 to 15% of people reorder. So they'll sign up for a product and then they won't order it again for another year, right? Because they don't need to, right? Well, with doTERRA, you start using the vitamins or the frankincense or the lemon in your water and you're like, I got to have more. You guys, I have spent at least $100 a month on doTERRA products each month over the last 9 years because it's a product that I love and my family relies on it. We depend on it. We love it. So in doTERRA, 65% of people order at least once every 3 months. And it's not because we force them to. In doTERRA, you don't have to order monthly. You order when you want to, but 65% of people love the product enough that they order again within at least 3 months, which is awesome. Most people, they have 15% reorder rate on an annual basis. doTERRA has a 65% reorder rate on a 3-month basis, which is great. So I love doTERRA. We've got a really good, we lead with powerful products. The products will sell regardless of the opportunity. You're not reliant on selling things because you're getting people in the business. You're getting people want to purchase the product, right? And you're sharing a wellness lifestyle, which is so huge. I love doTERRA. I love the owners. You know, I always stop and think, what would happen if all the owners died in a plane crash and doTERRA went under? It's not going to happen, but could I ever do another network marketing company? And exhausts me to even think about. And the reason why is because there's not another product or company out there that I know of that I love as much as doTERRA. And so it would be hard to represent something I didn't love like I do doTERRA. So for me, like I said, I came in as a casual sharer and a user, and I have grown into a serious business builder because I love the product and I love the business opportunity. doTERRA has grown very well. They're 11 years old, and within 6.5 years, they were selling $1 billion of product in a calendar year. So they were $1 billion company within 6.5 years. They were the fastest network marketing company to hit that point. I see a lot of new network marketing companies pop up and people are like, get in on the ground floor. You guys, we don't even know if that company is going to be there again in 5 months, let alone 5 years. And doTERRA is proven. We know it's going to stick around, and it's been a very solid company. We're part of a $3.4 trillion wellness market. This is not a trendy product. People are going to have health problems forever. You know, like there are going to be health problems out there, and these oils are the answer to so many prayers for people. There are several countries that are open in doTERRA. So the U.S. was the first to open, obviously, and they're open in over 110. There's 110 countries now that we've sold product in. Not all those countries are open, but there's a lot of opportunity throughout the world. I have a team in Malaysia that I'm getting ready to go visit in September, and it's great. I love, you know, and on here it says unique and unrivaled quality products. 84% of doTERRA oils are exclusive. This is an old brochure because 96% of doTERRA's oils are exclusive. And we have incredible owners that know what they're doing. I have enjoyed getting to know them so much over the last 9 years. I've been on trips with some of them. I'm really close with one of the owner's wives. Like, it's just these are good people. I love it. I also love what doTERRA does to change the world. They do something called co-impact sourcing. So basically, co-impact, you're helping me, I'm helping you. So, you know, we buy these oils, and a lot of these oils come from developing nations that are not wealthy, that are from very poor, they're very poor and they don't have a lot of opportunity. And doTERRA works so well in countries like that because these countries are used to getting ripped off, manipulated, abused, taken advantage of. And doTERRA will come in and say, listen, we'll write you a check for frankincense for the next year. We'll pay you ahead of time, or we'll pay you regularly so you don't just get paid once that year. And then we're not paying a middleman. So it's literally changing economies throughout the world, which is incredible. doTERRA has something called Healing Hands. That's their charitable organization. And Healing Hands will go in and do things like build a well in Haiti. Or in Kenya, there was, because I went to Kenya with doTERRA, there was a river that the kids were trying to get around to get to school, and there was crocodiles there, and people were they were biting people. That's not good to get bit by a crocodile. So doTERRA built a bridge so these kids could get to school. Just things like that. Build them bathrooms, stuff like that. Just Healing Hands is a really great thing. So I love the heart of doTERRA and what they do to just care for and provide for the world. So now I want to talk about the money part of it, because yes, you can make money with doTERRA. I have a team of 80,000 people. Now, of those 80,000 people, 90% have never sold an oil to anybody else or signed anybody else up. They've just been consumers, and that's awesome. That's part of the reason why doTERRA is successful, is you're not reliant on just business builders. You've got a heavy consumer base, which is really nice. I do have probably 8,000 people that do the business on some level or another. Most, it's a small scale. I do have a couple hundred that do this very seriously that make 2,000 plus a month. Some people that are making, I have one girl who makes $1 million a year. And then I have a few who make a multiple six-figure income. So it's incredible. I have personally helped and mentor people to being successful. So in doTERRA, the very first rank is you start as a consultant, and then you move up to manager, director, executive, and then elite. So elite is the fourth rank, and it's right here. And that is somebody who is selling $3,000 of oils a month. And that's not just you personally, that's your entire organization. The average, it takes the average person 3 months to hit elite, and the average elite makes $365 a month. Now, I'm going to tell you, the average elite makes $365, but it's not that you hit elite in 3 months and make $365. They're different. Like, that's the average time to hit it. And then there's the average. They take all the elites and what's the average of what they're all making. So some people do make that much money in 3 months, and it's great. Premier is when you have an organizational volume of 5,000 and you have 2 people who are executive underneath you. And the average premier makes, and this is actually a little bit inaccurate, they make more like $1,100 a month, because doTERRA just added in a new bonus for their premiers and silvers. I can't remember how many premiers I have, but I have several hundred on my team. Silvers and above, I have, I think, 300. Most of those are silvers, but I have 300 silvers and above on my team. The average silver hits in 18 months and makes $2,200 a month. I hit silver in a year and a half. And I wasn't making $2,200 at first. I was making more like 1,000. And then I hit gold within 3 months later. And then I was a diamond within 2.5 years, which was so awesome. So I have, I think, over 25 diamonds on my team. The average diamond makes almost 17,000 a month, which is incredible. And then there are blue diamonds that average 38,000 a month, and then presidential diamonds. I have 3 presidential diamonds on my team, and I can't remember how many blue diamonds I have. It's 5 or less, but I know I have a few blue diamonds. My husband and I are blue diamonds. We will be hitting presidential very shortly, and we do make about twice the average blue diamond. We have a very large organization for being a blue diamond. So again, these are averages. They take the blue diamonds that are making 18,000 a month, and then there's blue diamonds that are making 100,000 a month. So that is just the average. So there are several ways to get paid in doTERRA, and you'll notice there's like this funky rainbow thing going on here. You guys, I taught this class for like a good 2 years before I understood the rainbow. I'm like, oh, it correlates to the money that they're making. Duh. So you'll notice there's several different colors. There's purple, blue, green, yellow. And that's a different way to make the money. So when you're first starting, the purple way to make money is Fast Start Bonus. So anybody that you're personally enrolling, you are going to be making 20% off of anybody you personally enroll. And then let's say you enroll your mom. You get 20% of that order. Let's say that your mom goes on to enroll somebody. She'll get 20% and then you'll get 10%. So that's how Fast Start works, is you get paid 3 levels down. So pretty much when you're enrolling, you're getting, anybody you enroll, you're getting 20% of their order. So when you're first starting doTERRA, most of your income, what this shows you is of this income, most of it is going to be Fast Start. Once you start hitting the higher ranks, you notice there's this blue piece. That's going to be power of 3. So you're paid on how you're structuring your team. And you can get up to a $1,500 bonus. I have a ton of people on my team who get this $1,500 bonus. You can get a $50 bonus, $250, or $1,500. I've been getting my $1,500 bonus for 7 years. So once you're hitting Premier, half your income's coming from that Fast Start, half is coming from that power of 3 bonus. And then you'll notice this green portion pops in, right? That is unilevel. So when somebody is outside of their Fast Start period, so you get paid 20% off of what somebody, you get 20% of what people order in their first 60 days. After that, it switches to, you get paid a percentage based on where they are in your organization. When I saw this unilevel thing and saw numbers like 2% and 6%, I was like, I laughed and I was like, I am never going to make money with this company. You guys, my unilevel portion of my check is at least $40,000 to $50,000 a month. And I'm just shooting numbers at you, and I know they're overwhelming, but I just want to paint the picture for you that this is real. And it's something that I've achieved. So basically, I have a team of 80,000, and if you count, 65% of those 80,000 are ordering at least once every 3 months. That is where this unilevel comes into play. And this is what residual income is right here. These are people that are ordering their product every month because they love it. What I love about doTERRA is that in some companies, they pay you the most on your very first level. In other companies, they pay you the most on your 7th level. doTERRA chooses to pay you a bigger portion of the levels that are further down. Here's why I like how doTERRA does it. I have 6 people on my front line, and that's it. I would prefer to get 2% of 6 people than to get 7% of 6 people. Right? Because on my 7th level, I have, I don't know how many thousand I have, 3, 4. Now, not every, this is calculating based on all 2,100 of these people ordering a certain amount every month, then you would get that unilevel. But I have thousands of people on my 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th levels. I would much rather get paid a higher percentage the further down I go, because I'm going to make more money. So this is the true residual income. This is what carried me through when I lost my baby. This is what carried me through when my husband got hurt. I'm going to have $2 million of volume on my team no matter what happens. I'm going to have $2 million of sales on my team every month, no matter what happens, because people want to order their frankincense or their peppermint. So that's another way to get paid. So then you'll notice we start getting this yellow portion in here. That is the leadership ranks, bonuses. There are bonuses that are paid out based on the rank you hit. And the cool thing is doTERRA pays that bonus out monthly. Some companies, you hit diamond and you get a $10,000 bonus, and then you go back to averaging $1,800 a month. In doTERRA, if you hit diamond, you're going to get about a $4,000 bonus every month you hit it. You hit blue diamond, you're going to get about a $12,000 bonus every month you hit it. You hit presidential diamond, you're going to get a $25,000 to $30,000 bonus every month you hit it. It's not a one-time reward. It's every month you hit it, you get that bonus. So you'll notice, the bigger the ranks, the biggest portion of your check is that green portion, that unilevel. Tiny portion of it's your Fast Start. You do that $1,500 is helpful. But you'll notice that those leadership bonuses and those unilevels are where you're going to make most of your money, which has held very true for me. So here's the deal. Is this a get-rich-quick scheme that's easy? No, absolutely not. Will there be times that you want to quit because it gets hard? Absolutely. But I will tell you that this works. If you will put your time and effort into this and you decide you want to do it, and that's the most important thing, is deciding that this is for you. This is a very worthwhile way to make money, and I'm so grateful for it. So what I want you guys to think about is where you're at. What would make the biggest impact in your life? Would that be earning more, working smarter, doing what you love? What's fun for me is I can check off every single box on here. I'm debt free. I have a great savings account. I have financial freedom. I'm able to donate. I do have time freedom. I'm able to build my dreams. Self-improvement is a big thing for me. I'm able to do things that help me to improve myself. And I love being prepared financially. That's huge for me. And then I love to travel. It's my love language, and I'm able to travel frequently. I'm able to give, which I really like. And then spending time with my family is huge. So I want you to think about where you're at and where you want to get. That's the most important thing, is thinking about where you are now and where you want to be, and kind of looking to see how doTERRA can help that happen. So in doTERRA, there's I call them 3 pathways. There's 3 different types of builders that I work with, and they're all great. There's no wrong way. The first person is somebody who's like, okay, listen, I want to get my products to pay for themselves. I'm not trying to do this full time. I just want to make a decent income, right? And that's someone that wants to make, $400 to $1,000 a month, and then wants to put in 3 to 5 hours a week. And then I have someone that's like, I want to supplement my income. I'd love to make $1,000 to $5,000 a month and put in 10 to 15 hours a week. I have a lot of people on my team doing this, a lot. And it's fun to see, like, they're able to quit their jobs. Sometimes their husbands still work, but they're able to quit their jobs and focus on doTERRA, and it's been great. And then I have people that are like, I'm going big with this. I want to replace my income. Now, what they did is they took the average income for Elite through Premier here, Premier through Gold here, and then Gold through Diamond. So they left off the Blue and Presidential. But I've helped a lot of people get to this point in their business. I've helped a lot. And the common denominator that I find with these people is they're committed and capable. They want to do this, and they're capable of making it happen. And you don't have to be a salesperson. When someone comes to me and tells me what an awesome salesperson they are, that's usually the person that quits the fastest. And that doesn't mean awesome salespeople don't succeed at this. It's just when people make the comment that they're going to be the next biggest person on my team, sometimes they're not, and that's okay. Sometimes they are, but sometimes they're not. It's the person that tells me I'm horrible at sales. They end up being great builders because they love the product, they're passionate about it, they're committed, and they're capable, and that's what's huge. So there's 3 different pathways, and I started here. I just wanted my order to pay for itself each month. And then I was like, I'm going to make my car payment and my house payment. That'd be so great. And then I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going big. So there's no right or wrong way. It's just what you want to spend the time with. So if you're wondering, okay, how do I get started? First of all, we're going to talk about a little bit more about that tomorrow night. But doTERRA has 3 simple steps to build a financial pipeline. So you're going to prepare. So they have the acronym of PIPES, P-I-P-E-S. So PIPES. So prepare. And they have trainings and resources and materials to help with each one of these steps. So prepare. Where do you want to go with this? Like, what do you want to create with doTERRA? And there's trainings. I have recorded trainings for each one of these sections. What do you want to do with this? And then how to get started. And then inviting. How do you present this to people? How do you get people to come to a class or to do a one-on-one with them? Like, how do you invite them to learn more? And then what do you say at that presentation? So there's prepare, invite, present. So present's going to show you what to say at a presentation. Enroll, how to help somebody get started. So you'll notice step 1 is using the products. Step 2 is sharing, and that's getting people to enroll. And then step 3 is teaching others, and that's supporting them. And I have trainings and resources to help you with every step of the way, if this is what interests you. So first thing you want to do is make sure you've had a lifestyle overview or a wellness consult. And I think most of you on here, I have done a wellness consult with all of you. I know I have a couple that haven't signed up just yet, but I'll do a wellness consult with you. You get your kit. We'll do a wellness overview, lifestyle overview, wellness consult, whatever you want to call it. And then you are going to start creating a list of people that you would want to share with. And there's a guide that shows you exactly how to share with people. And then there's Launch Your Business. And I have an entire training for the Launch Your Business, which is awesome. One thing I do offer is if you're actively doing the trainings and watching them, I offer weekly mentoring where I will help you as you're doing these trainings, which is super nice. So if you're like feeling like on fire, like I want to get started, I want to do this, write down a names list of people you want to share oils with. That's like the first place to start. And then I'll show you exactly what to do with that names list. So that's kind of a good little place to start. doTERRA, bringing hope, healing hearts, raising leaders, and living dreams. I love doTERRA. I've been involved for 9.5 years, and I can't imagine my life without it. It has changed my life. It's changed our health. It's changed our finances. We've created so many friendships, and it's been a fun journey. So if you're interested in learning more about, like, you're excited and you're like, okay, where do I start? Tomorrow night, I am going to do a training that is literally going to show you the resources for starting. I'm going to show you where the different trainings are, and then I'll show you the first couple steps to get started in your business. So I do want to open it up for questions. I'm going to stop recording.